Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector,
And my name is G.
and we're here to talk to you about the September 15 FOC and G and our picks for that FOC. And G and I work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent into the direct market around the world. Also note we're on social media, so check us out on X, on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. You can find us at PRH International Comics, but we'll leave some links in the description below for you. And without further ado, let's get started. I think you start us off.
Yes, so my first pick is The Big Burn. This is Joe Henderson Lee Garbert. Let me remove that notification. And when I first read this, the art was great. Like I remember the first couple pages, you have Owen and Carly who are main characters of this story, and there's like a compilation of how they fell in love, and it's like two characters who are doing very illicit stealing and they run into each other on a job, and it's like a very interesting dynamic when they like first encounter each other. So you can think of them as like the Bonnie and Clyde of the 21st century, but unfortunately unfortunately for them, justice sort of catches up with them, and they think that basically everything is over. They're incarcerated, but the devil himself shows up and gives them a deal for their freedom, and he takes their souls. And so this story that you see here is basically them finding a way to heist the devil himself by going into the underworld to get their souls back. And so they recruit a crew of people who have a vested interest in them. Perhaps other people, well, perhaps I know. It's other members who have made a deal with the devil too. And so it's essentially this ultimate heist to break into hell, to steal their souls back. It's a very cool premise. Again, the art is, especially the interior art, is fantastic. What you're seeing here is obviously the hardcover that is coming out in November, but then there's also a direct market exclusive cover, which was one of the covers for the single issues, which I thought is, I mean, you can see from the
It's
art alone on the
amazing.
covers, it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So
Yeah.
this is coming out of Distillery. This is something that you should pay attention to. Keep your eyes peeled when this comes out.
Yes. Very cool.
And then next up is my other pick. Shifting gears here. This is My Life as an Internet Novel, Volume 1. So essentially, when it comes to internet novels, I mean, the typical cast that you see is like gorgeous heroine, handsome boys vying for her attention, and you have this very plain, unremarkable best friend at the heroine's side. And so it's this premise, essentially what this comic does is it takes this premise and asks what happens if you're thrown into a fictional world, but not as the main character, but as the main character's best friend. And so we have Danny here, who is this ordinary student, but she's an avid reader of these web novels and never imagined that she would wake up in one herself. And so her new fictional world, her new fictional reality is complete with the things that you expect. A very beautiful
Yeah.
heroine, four impossibly good-looking boys who all happen to be in her class. And there's possibly love interests involved here, but love interests that are not meant for her because she's the side character. So Danny knows that nothing good will happen to her as a side character, and she's really determined to stay out of the way because this is not her. She's not the main person in the novel here. But what happens when this fictional world ends up leading Danny to the first real friends that she's ever known, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, and she has no idea on how to get back home. So she just is playing along in her part. no matter what plot twists come her way. So a very cool premise. It's very like if you read a lot of internet novels, web novels yourself, you're gonna see like some notable tropes, beloved tropes in here as well. So it's a very self-aware type of web comic that now is being put out in this hardcover in volume one.
Awesome. And then let's get started with my first cover pick. This is Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #4. This is the Dave Wachter Marvelized Wolverine Zilla, Wolverine Zilla, I love that variant. And this is obviously continuation of the Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe story, which I noticed online there's a lot of posts and memes about it, and people are really loving this one. But I love this cover. I mean, come on. I want to see this. I want to see a whole comic book about this. And I want to see like a live action movie about this. I want to see a Godzilla with the claws, a Godzilla that is indestructible, although Godzilla is pretty much indestructible, and but with the attitude also. I love the Dave Wachter, you know, he is still a very classic Godzilla explosions, helicopters, and the shapes of destroyed buildings in the background. But you also have, the essentials of making him look like Wolverine, and it looks very, very, very cool because he could have made this look very silly, but it isn't. It is like so good. The claws coming out. Of course, they're just like the original bone claws, because who's gonna put adamantium in Godzilla? I don't think there's enough. And you have sort of the ears and everything else is shaped like his like Wolverine's sort of head set with the with sort of the his hair and all that. And of course, amazing. Yeah, I can't say enough how much I love this cover and I love the concept of it.
Um,
And yeah,
Before we move on, though, I just want to I don't think I expressed this for the previous title, so just really
yeah.
quick, my internet life as a or my life as an internet novel, we do have this in trade paperback too. So just so that you know, or we
Oh,
will have it in trade paperback as well. So just
yes,
keep
it is
that in
not just
mind.
hardcover.
Just not
Cool.
hardcover.
Yes, yes.
And
Important to
then
the
next
heart.
up.
Yeah, and then another cover pick for me is Sonic the Hedgehog, #82 variant, retail incentive 1 in 15 by Natalie Fondrain. And oh, what a cool cover! I love the concept that it looks almost like it's that art. I forget what it is, but that you cut paper and you put it in front of each other. It almost looks like that a little bit, but it has more texture to it. And and you see, I forget the name of the character. He's sad and he's like, it almost looks like a scene from either a K drama or a music video, where you sort of have these two images fading into each other. And I can almost hear some sad music in the background, and Sonic being sort of, I don't know, I guess he's scolding him or something. He's angry at him. The colors on this are very beautiful. I love that they're not extremely bright, that they give it a little bit more of texture. But I just love this piece of art. It's so cool. Okay. Next up.
All right, next up is my pick. This is Iron Frost, issue one, and this cover is done by Ryan Brown, which I think is very striking and intriguing
Mm,
and mysterious. So it's a really I could see this on the wall. Could be it's really eye-catching, I gotta say. And so Iron and Frost is part of the X-Men Age of Revelation, apologies, Revelation event. And that event takes place 10 years into the future. So with this title, we reunite Tony Stark, Iron Man, of course, with Emma Frost, were very memorable in Jerry Duggan's Iron Man. And so in this story, we have the Hellfire Club, who has a dangerous new leader, and secrets hide in the ruins of New York. Adventures stem from there. And with this, we have Kevin Scott on writing, who, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you may recognize because he did work on the Star Wars High Republic, which has very great reception. So I'm very excited to see him on writing duties here. And so, yeah, one of my picks for this week.
Yes. And we continue with very Valiant Beyond, all new Harbinger #2, variant C. This is covers by Federica Crossi, maybe. And we have a trade dress regular variant C, but also we have a variant F, which is a full art on the right there. I was trying to confirm who this character is for a minute there. I thought it was Flamingo, but then I realized when you look at the description, this is Cici, Cici, and I'm guessing I think if we're introducing her into the Harbingers. I don't know so much. I need to read this for sure. I need to read issues 1 to get caught up with this. But I love this cover, this piece of art with this character and her fire powers just sort of around her, definitely in control. Look, but at the same time looking very sensual, and her red hair in the air, and sort of. I love that, especially the way the flames look. That is not. It is sort of controlled, but they look kind of spiky almost. So it look a little bit more menacing, but very beautiful at the same time. So very cool art. I can't. Like I said, I definitely need to get in on these Valiant books that we're getting now through IDW. So there you go.
All right, I've talked about this before with issue 1, but this is also a really cool cover. So this is White House Robot Romance, issue 2, cover B, Riley Rosmo variant. I love this very action-packed, like there's smoke and bombs going off and guns going everywhere. And we have a very romantic scene in the clearing. You see these two robot characters embracing and very much romantically involved. So with this, just a recap, if you haven't heard me talk about issue 1, we have Chef 9, who learns that Service 1 is set to be a decommissioned robot, and the Avengers actually commence from here in issue 2, where we have Chef 9 and Service 1 who are trying to hide from the White House security team. And they have to hide because, they have filled in their heads like secrets, state secrets that threaten security of the nation because of what they know and what they have data that is stored in their heads. And so the White House, amongst all of this, the White House is preparing for conflict with Canada. And so the robots are being also chased by the new threat, which is the Canadian Liberation Front, who will stop at nothing to protect their country. So it's a very interesting premise. Of course, we have Chip Zdarsky here, Rachel Stott, Tamara von Villian as well. So a very interesting premise with an awesome creative team, and yeah, it's in a
Yeah.
very cool cover.
And I love the sort of explosion and blending of the two flags. It's like in
Yes.
the and maple leaf just flying all over the place and the stars
Yeah,
too. I love that.
it's
Very cool.
great. It's really cool. It's like
Yeah.
the stars are being knocked off of the flag
Yeah.
and on maple leaf too. Yeah,
And in the middle of all that chaos, they're just
conflict.
like with their romance pose and a heart emoji.
Yes, it's a really cool image.
Yes. Very cool. And now we go for something different, something very sexy. This is Voyeur number two. This is cover A by Joel Jones. Uh, Second issue of this Ignition series by Leo Williams and illustrated by David Baldion, um, and which takes place in a Thai resort. Um, and we talked about this book before. But this cover, I mean, Joel Jones, of course. Very beautiful art, but also she tends to do extremely well when there's something sexy that to draw on the cover. And you have these two different TVs, and if you know the story, it has to in the title, obviously, where you're it has something to do with what's happening in this resort. But you have different TVs sort of showing different angles of this woman in sexy lingerie. And then, but I love how you also get the sense that is there's somebody spying, but also you get the sense of somebody that they're in the tropics. There's like tropical palm trees in the background. There, you know, the shadow of a window, and a very interesting floor too, by the way. So very, very beautiful. Love the tone of this sort of kind of. It's not really dark. It's more like faded, almost in between black and purple. Um, yeah, gotta say, I love this cover.
I just wanted to say, when I read issue one, I gotta say that the art is incredible because
Mhm.
it's I don't remember seeing art done in this way. It's a very unique concept because it has to do with surveillance. So perspective was so well done in the first issue that I read just because you get to see the angle of a person spying underneath like floorboards and you get to see
Uh,
that perspective or the perspective from above or you know what I mean? Like it's just very
yeah.
interesting angles that like because of the premise of the story, it really takes advantage of that. So you get to see artwork that is so unique in that way because like it's
Yeah,
like weird angles sometimes it's like it like adds to the story in the way I just wanted to point that out. It's a very interesting way for storytelling because of the angles it's being used. It really you could really get a sense of um that's a creepy
yeah,
surveillance. It's like it's happening to the character in the story, but it's like you are being that creepy spy too because of the
yeah.
way
You're
it's
getting the
angled and
point
you're
of view,
seeing
the
it.
viewer's point of
The,
view.
the the viewer's point of view is as
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
you are also that person that's like surveying too. It's such an
yeah.
interesting way to tell a story.
Yes, very good.
Okay, and then the next is our news for this week, and this is coming out of Inklore. It's a new series announcement that we're all excited for. This is Delusion Volume 1. It's such a like a if you wanted to look for something the horror genre, this is definitely for you. So it's set in 1935 in Gyeongsang region, and we have a struggling artist who has been commissioned by a reclusive and elderly Madam Song, to paint a portrait. And so Madam Song allows this artist to set eyes upon her in this unprecedented event. And so she stands before him, the artist, as a young woman. So the question is, why is this young woman asking the artist to paint an elderly version of her? Like that doesn't seem to add up. Like why wouldn't he paint like her in her likeness,
Yeah,
but someone who is aged? And so what's interesting is like tucked between all the like brushes and the paint, we have this ominous letter, and the artist learns that um, there's something sort of like deep and hidden, something that Madame Song is hiding, and it's a question of what will actually happen to him if
Mhm.
he actually finishes the portraits because no one really has come out alive or like people have been disappearing when she makes
Mhm.
these requests. And so, really cool concept, horror genre. This is definitely for you, something to keep your eyes out when this comes out
Yes.
in physical.
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it and we hope you come back. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we are on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on YouTube. And you can follow us, comment, and also we have other videos, not just these weekly ones. We also have monthly ones. You can see a whole month of collected editions, a whole month of manga that's coming, and much more. Uh, Again, come back, please. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Hi, everyone.